Most SaaS teams are sitting on a gold mine of product intelligence and treating it like spam. Every complaint in your support inbox, every frustrated Reddit post, every 1-year app review, these aren't just angry users venting. They are showing you exactly where your product is breaking down in their own words with specific context about what went wrong. And most teams, they collect all this feedback, dump it into a backlog, tag it with labels, and then wonder why they cannot figure out what to build next. Product teams spend hours debating what users want, while their actual users are already telling them in support tickets, on Twitter, in Reddit threads, through App Store reviews. The intelligence is right there, but nobody is reverse engineering it into actual product decisions. Research from the University of Victoria studied 40 practitioners across 32 organizations and found that teams who systematically analyze user feedback see measurably better retention. And the ones who don't, they are flying blind while holding a detailed map. So if you're a founder, PM, or a product lead trying to figure out what your users actually need, hit that subscribe button. I share frameworks like this every week based on real product work. And today we are talking about why most teams waste the feedback they are getting and how to reverse engineer real product problems from customer complaints. Here is what I see in most SaaS companies. Feedback everywhere, but no idea what to do with it. Support logs tickets. Community managers see Reddit threads. Marketing monitors Twitter. Sales hear objections. Product has NPS data in dashboards. All of this contains real intelligence about where your product is failing, but none of it informs what you build. Why? Because nobody has taught the teams how to reverse engineer product problems from raw complaints. When someone emails the export feature doesn't work, most teams file it as a bug report. Done. But that email actually says someone tried to export data, hit friction, got frustrated enough to contact support, and now questions whether your product can handle their workflow. That's not a bug report. That's a signal about a critical user journey breaking down. When 3 people post on Reddit about confusing onboarding, most teams see 3 separate complaints. But those are 3 users who hit the same systematic problem, got frustrated enough to complain publicly, and are now influencing how everyone researching your product perceives it. That's a pattern costing you conversions. The University of Victoria research found feedback comes from diverse sources: social media, app stores, forums, support channels, sales calls. Each has different urgency and business implications. A support ticket is private. A Reddit thread is public and searchable. A Twitter complaint can go viral. An App Store review influences downloads for months. Same complaint, completely different business impact. Yet most teams treat all the feedback same. Everything gets dumped into the same backlog with generic labels and low priority. Meanwhile, Reddit threads gain traction, tweets get retweeted, and App Store reviews sits in your 1-star section, and your product team debates features nobody asked for. Most product teams genuinely care about building good products. They are not deliberately ignoring feedback. They are overwhelmed. Volume across support, social media, reviews, and surveys create paralysis. When everything is user feedback, nothing stands out as actionable. Slack's team wrote about drowning in feedback until they built systems to automatically surface anything mentioning reliability or data loss. Everything else went to different queues. Same system, but suddenly they could see what mattered. Most teams resort to informal triage. Loudest customer, executive mentions whatever bubbles up. That's reactive firefighting, not systematic intelligence. Another problem, teams do not work backwards from complaints to root causes. When someone says your onboarding is confusing, most teams add tooltips. Complaints keep on coming because they fix the symptom, not the problem. The real issue might be unclear value proposition, setup asking for information users don't have, or first turn experience not matching marketing promises. This is reverse engineering, working backwards from what users say to figure out what is actually broken. So here is a systematic process efficient teams use based on the University of Victoria research. Step number 1, map your feedback channels. List every channel where feedback shows up. Support emails, Reddit, Twitter, app reviews, NPS surveys, sales calls, community forums. Then assign clear ownership. One person or team monitors each channel and knows when to escalate. Step number 2, set up weekly pattern review. Schedule 30 minutes weekly to look for patterns across channels. You are not reading every complaint, you are looking for the same problem showing up multiple times. When support tickets, Reddit posts, or sales calls all point to the same friction point, that is your signal. Step number 3, separate signal from noise. Not all feedback is equal. GitHub tracks social media, support tickets, and community discussions separately because context matters. A Reddit thread gaining traction requires different treatment than a private support ticket. Same complaint, different urgency, different business impact. Slack builds systems to automatically surface reliability issues for immediate attention while routing feature requests to different queues with different review cycles. Step number 4, work backwards to root causes. 12 people mentioning confusing onboarding isn't 12 separate issues, it's one systematic problem showing up 12 ways. Your job is reverse engineering what is actually blocking by finding out the common thread underneath different complaints. Step number 5, integrate into your roadmap. Make feedback intelligence primary input, not an afterthought. In your planning sessions, here are the top 3 pattern problems from this week. Here is how they map to what we are building. Here is what they are prioritizing based on actual pain. Buffer examines complaints from the previous week and looks for the patterns. When the same problem shows up across channels, it goes into the roadmap with clear priority. Teams integrating feedback review into regular planning cycles act significantly faster than those treating it as ad hoc. Step number 6, close the loop. When you fix something based on complaints, tell the people who complained. Email them, reply to their Reddit post, respond to their tweet. Superhuman does this exceptionally well. When they ship features based on user requests, they email those specific users. That practice turns frustrated users into evangelists. Step number 7, measure time to action. Track how long from identifying a pattern to deciding what to do about it. Effective teams measure these and work to reduce it because speed matters when you are reverse engineering problems from real user pain. Social media feedback is an early warning system, but most teams treat it like marketing noise. Support tickets are private. Reddit or Twitter complaints happen in public where potential customers research your product. A support ticket affects one user. A Reddit thread affects hundreds evaluating your product. Notion monitors Reddit and Twitter but distinguishes between isolated complaints, handled through support, and pattern complaints. When 3 unrelated users in 3 days post about the same friction, that gets escalated to product immediately because it signals a systemic problem visible to your entire potential customer base. Social media complaints arrive faster than formal feedback. People post when frustrated in the moment, not after composing support tickets. That makes social channels an early warning system if you are monitoring and reverse engineering what complaints tell you. You now have a clear 7-step process to reverse engineer your product problems from user complaints. Start with step 1 this week. Map your feedback channels. Assign ownership. Schedule that first 30-minute pattern review session. Do not wait until you have the perfect system. Start looking for patterns in what you are already collecting. Pick the top friction points showing up across multiple channels and work backwards to the root cause. Fix it. Tell the users who complained, and then do it again next week. The teams who see results from this aren't the ones with the most sophisticated tools or the biggest product teams. They're the ones who treat this as a systematic practice, not a one-time exercise. Your users are already giving you the map. The intelligence is sitting in your support inbox, on Reddit, in your app reviews, in your sales call notes. The question is whether you are going to extract it or keep guessing what to build next. If you implement these 7 steps systematically, you will see the difference in your retention metrics, your satisfaction scores, and the most important part, in how confidently you can answer why are we building this. Let me know in the comments which step are you taking with this week. If you found this video valuable, please subscribe. I break down frameworks like this every week from real product work. Thank you for watching.